G'day all, welcome back to Dad vs Son and our playthrough of Combat, Volume 1 from Compass Games, and we're going on to the third introductory scenario, Get That Gun. Again, 1944 in France. We're using the farmhouse map, but only a small portion of it. And we have a single enemy artillery piece has been firing on the company CP. Charlie team is sent forward with C4 to take it out. And this is where the gun emplacement is, right there. We're against the Reds and Blues again. The Blues have 4 recruits, 4 riflemen, an NCO and 5 dummies. And the Reds have a veteran, a sniper, 5 recruits and 5 dummies. And I've set them out as per the instructions. Friendly Forces is Charlie team. And I have Private Butterman with a rifle who is a medic, Private Douglas with a rifle, Corporal Thomas, who's the section commander with a grease gun, Private Kowalski, rifle, Private Stubbs with a rifle, and Private Temple with a rifle. And we have to start in this row. And I've given all my people a sneak order. We don't use events, the event table in the scenario. If a friendly event or enemy event card is drawn, then place it in the discard pile. The enemy are all waiting and unprepared with normal morale. And all of my people are bold with a +1 to their morale. I have starting hand size of 2 cards. I've played 1. Ready to go. Only Charlie's used, only blue and reds are used. Direction 1 is directly to the north, and the wind is coming from the northwest. Each friendly character is considered to be carrying C4 charges. To place a C4 charge, the character must have a plan order. At the end of the turn, place a C4 marker in the hex. Do not roll leadership. So we need to get up here and plant as many C4 charges as possible. At the end of each subsequent turn, we roll a 1d10 for each placed C4 marker. On a roll of 0 to 2, the charge will explode, and any placed charges will automatically explode at the end of the game. C4 has a blast rating of 3 and a frag rating of 3 for any characters in the hex when it explodes. C4 that explodes in a hex with the gun emplacement mark will automatically destroy the gun. If an enemy character is in a hex without friendly characters but with a C4 marker, then at the start of the enemy orders phase, they will make a TQ check. If they pass, they will automatically receive a hide order. At the end of the turn, remove the C4 marker. The marker is removed after rolling to see if it explodes. So when they try and move it, it might explode. Game is 7 turns long, and basically if the Americans destroy the gun, they win. If they don't destroy the gun, they lose. And that is that. So the map is only this section, and that's it. So I've tried to set it up so you can see basically everything, including the dice rolls. The only thing you can't see is the initiative track. But I'm trying to get you in as close as possible. Righto, so first turn, first impulse, and the Americans go, and they've all got a sneak order, so they do nothing. And because they're in a depression, a creek, they have no line of sight to anybody, and nobody has a line of sight to them. So we go Charlie, we go red, and there are only 2 red on here out of 11, for Christ's sake. And then we go blue, and nothing happens, because if we don't have line of sight, they don't have line of sight, and we go on to impulse 2. That was quick. And we sneak our people, and we're going to sneak Private Butterman to here so he can get into these rocks here next time. I'm going to sneak this guy up here so he can get in these rocks next time. Corporal Thomas will sneak into here. Private Kowalski will sneak to here. That way Thomas can go into the craters. He can go into here. I'm going to sneak Private Temple up here. And Private Stubbs will follow him like that. So looking at line of sight for the Americans now. So again, anybody who's in the creek line, the depression, has no line of sight to anybody. We have no line of sight through the grass to anybody because we have sneak and they have no line of sight to us. So the only thing would be this guy up here because he's on an elevated position. He's up on a level 1 hill and he is looking this away. And we can see him. That's the only bloke we can actually see. So we're going to do a check on him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, which of course is a -1 for a range modifier. And he is in trees with no order, which is a -2. And we are a 5, +1 is a 6, so 4 or less to spot him. Oh, we get a 0 and we spot him. And it's a dummy. So that's even bloody better. Okay. So he can't spot anybody else. Righto. Coming across, we have Corporal Thomas, who can't see those blokes over there, of course. Can't see through the grass. Can't see through the trees. Can't see the trees. And looking up to the back there, we can't see through the tree. The tree. So it's just this bloke here. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, which is a +1 modifier for no order in trees, is a -2. So we're at -1. And he's an 8 at the moment because he's bold. So he needs a 7 or better to spot. He gets an 8. Well done. And then all we have is Private Douglas here. Again, can't see anything over that way because of grass and trees and rocks and stuff. You can see this guy, of course, but he can't see anybody else. So we need to do a spot there. And again, a 1, 2, 3, 4, which is a +1 with a -2. So it's a -1 and he is a 4, +1 is 5. So he needs a 4 or less to spot. And gets a 1. So let's see what we have here. And we have Soldat Abbas. There we go. Who is waiting. So he's an actual good one for the Germans. And that completes the Americans, and we go on to the Reds. So again, none of the Reds can spot us at all. So the Reds are done, and we go on to the Blues. And the Blues, again, these guys can't spot anything. That guy can't spot anything. This guy can't spot anything because we're in the creek line there. Trees, rocks, trees. Same here. Same with these two. So it leaves this little fella here who can not see there, but he can see there and he can see there. So again, he's going to do a 1, 2, 3, 4, which is a +1 for the range. And we have sneak in trees, which is a -2, so it's a -1 for him. So he needs a 4 or less to spot Corporal Thomas. And gets a 5, and it's no good. And then we have a sneak in the open. So it's a +1, -1, so he needs a 5 or less. And he does. So our little man here is spotted. And again, I'm going to use my red markers to show people that are spotted for the Americans. And that's that. Now, one other thing I'm going to do is if a character, no matter which side, is unspotted but is in the open when he fires, then he will become spotted. If he is in some form of cover, like trees, rocks, hedges, and so forth, then as far as I'm concerned, he doesn't become spotted. That's just the way I'm working it. Because, you know, these blokes are moving around, but just because you hear a shot and you've got a general direction doesn't mean that you actually spot the firer. So that's the way I'll be working it, if I remember, and we'll go from there. Okay, so we're going on to Impulse 3 now, and we're back to the Americans. Again, none of them are going to move. These guys can't spot anything. This guy and this guy can't spot anything. These two could only spot this guy. So he's already spotted. So the Americans do nothing. We go on to the Reds. The Reds can't spot anybody, so they do nothing, which leaves us with the Blues. And this is the only guy that has seen somebody, so he can now... that comes off and he gets his order. And he's a blue in cover. So he has a run and gun 4. Run and gun 4. Finding. Okay, so he gets his command this time, but he doesn't act on it. Okay? Because this is his first activation after he's spotted someone. Okay, and that's the end of the Blues. Nobody's shot, so nobody's woken up yet. And we go on to the 4th. And this guy is going to move up here, sneak in the grass. This guy is going to sneak over where he was, so he's hidden by the grass. Private Butterman is going to sneak up into the rocks. This guy is going to sneak into the rocks, into the crater, and into the trees. Now, I don't believe craters are blocking terrain or anything. Rocks are rough terrain. But no, they're fine as well. Okay, so let's have a look at our spotting. Righto, so again, these two guys down here can't see anything because they're in the grass. Nobody can see them, they can't be seen. So we have this guy here who is in craters now. Again, he can't see those ones because of hedges. Can't see that because of the grass. He can't see there because of the trees. Trees. So the only bloke he can see is this guy, which we've already seen. This guy is going to be the same. Can't see anybody over there. Can't see anybody there. This is the only bloke that can be seen. This guy here can't see through there. Now that is still trees, I believe. That's not orchard or anything, or is it? No, that's trees. Okay. So he can't see anybody other than what this guy can see. And this guy here, again, trees. this is the only bloke that can be seen. So that is that. We go on to the reds. Again, we have a sneak through grass, so he can't see anything. And again, we're through the tree. He's here, so he can't see anything. So reds are finished. We go on to the blues. Again, these blokes can't see anything. He can't see anything due to the hedges and trees here. He can't see these guys due to the grass. He can't see this guy, I don't believe. Yeah, due to the trees. Oh, hang on. Yeah, they can't see each other. Clips here. Can't see anybody. These blokes can't see anybody. So it leaves this blue guy here who has already spotted this guy. So he can shoot at him with his run and gun because we're at impulse 4. So it's a range of 1, 2, 3, and he has a normal rifle. So the range on his rifle for a 4 gives him a 0 modifier. And we have a sneak in rocks. Rocks with the sneak is a -3. So he's -3 and -2 is -5. So he needs a 0 to hit. He gets a 6, so nothing happens. But now he can try and spot this little fella here. So he'll spot him. Again, a 1, 2, 3, 4, which is a +1. And we have sneak in rocks, which is a -4. So again, we're at -5. So he needs a 0 to spot. Gets a 7. We have a sneak in craters. So again, we have a +1 modifier for that. Craters. Sneak in craters is a -3. So he is at -2, -4, so a 0, 1. Gets a 9 to spot, so nothing there. And we have this guy here who is sneak in trees, which is a 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a +1, -2. So it's at -1, -3. So a 0 through 2 to spot. Private Kowalski. And he does spot him. So we have 2 spotted now. And that is the end of that turn. So again, going back to the sequence of play, there's no grenades. There's no medic doing anything. There's no plan order. There's no smoke to remove. So again, we remove all orders, reset everything, and go on to turn 2. However, this bloke has now shot. So that wakes up everybody within 10 hexes of him. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So everybody is now alerted on the German side. Now this will be their first bit that they've been alerted. So they will get their order this time, but they will not act on it until their second activation. So we'll put the impulse marker back there, remove them, go to turn 2. So this is the only guy that will be able to act on his order straight away. So his run and gun goes away. Run and gun 2, 3. 3, 4, sorry. There. Okay, so what do we want to do with the Americans? I'm just trying to, because these are relatively short at the moment, I'll sort of go through the setup and then we can go into the next turn. So I think I'm going to leave these two with sneak to keep trying to bring them up whilst they can do that sort of thing, which is good. I want to take this guy out. Now this guy here will shoot for 3, for 5. Corporal Thomas would have shooting for 5 with 3 bursts, and Kowalski would shoot with 4. Now this guy in rocks is in pretty good position, so I think what we'll do, because he's already spotted, shooting for 5, I think I'm going to put a rapid fire on him. Even though that's a -2, but that will give us somewhere to go. This guy here, I think at the moment as well, I'm going to put a run and gun on him. Do I want to do that? Yeah, I think I might. What I might actually do with him, I'm thinking, is run him to here, then run him to here, and do it that way. But I'll have an idea of what I want to do with him, where I want to go, once I find out what these guys are doing. So that comes down to these two here. I think I'm thinking of doing a run and gun with the corporal, so he could run into here and then run into here. Or I could try and sneak him into there, which might actually be better. If I sneak him to here and he's still alive, he can't see me, and basically nobody else can see me until they move. So I'm going to leave a sneak on him. And this little fella here, I think what we might do with him is give him an aimed fire as well. And the reason for that is it gives me a chance to take this bloke out first. And again, if any of these blokes start to move down, I can shoot across and try and take them out whilst these are sneaking. So I've got a base of fire here. This is the main one here. So we've got this bloke who'll be shooting for -2, this bloke who won't be shooting for any minus, and this guy who can run and gun. So I think that's a fair enough sort of way to go. So I've given my orders. So we do our card draw, and we've got Charlie is at 42, can't think straight, no leaders may be given the plan order this turn. So that's that. We grab the Germans. Furthest back is blue, so we'll do them first. They're going to have a 79. So this guy back here is normal in the open, and he's got an evade 5 with grenade and charge, but that's not going to matter. So evade 5. Evade 5. It's just so hard to find some of these counters. That's the only thing. Oh, there she is. Okay. I'm going to put them there because he's not actually going to do anything until his second activation. So he'll pick that up on his first activation and then go from there. So he's got an evade 5. This guy is the same. He's in the open, so he will get an evade 5. This guy back here is in cover, so he will get aimed fire. Sorry, dickhead. This guy's in the open, so we'll get an evade 5 as well. Put that there. Cover, so he will get an aimed fire. And these two are, I believe, in the open, so we'll get aimed fire as well. Sorry, evade. This guy will get his aimed fire. Oops. They will get their evade 5. Like that. And that's all the blues. And then the reds. We have in cover and out in the open. So we'll do in cover first. It's normal in cover. He gets a run and gun 4-5. Run and gun 4-5. Like that. And this guy is in the open. For a red normal, he gets a sneak 1-6 charge. So he's not going to get a charge. So it's a 1-6 sneak. Like that. And that's all set up, ready for the next. So we look at the initiative, and we have Charlie on 42. So they'll be first again. And we have blue on 79 and red on 93. So Charlie gets to go first, which is pretty damn fine. So I'm going to stop it there, and when we come back, we will go on to the next video and get straight into turn 2. So I hope that's making sense and I haven't screwed up too badly. If I have, I'm sure you'll let me know. Take care, be good. I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.